the mandatory formal introduction. Of course, he's also one of my mentors when I was doing my master's in psychology, along with Toshendra sir. Founder of conscience specialists, Dr. Rishi Mishra is a visionary entrepreneur and psychologist, passionate about understanding the intricacies of human behavior and unlocking the potential within individuals. A licensed rehabilitation psychologist, a counselor, and an academician of international repute, Dr. Rishi Mishra has also done 2 doctorates and is a certified career coach. An avid reader, an effective speaker, and an author of several books in the domain of counseling and psychology, Dr. Rishi has written several articles and research papers. He has made significant contributions to the field of psychology and self awareness through his signature and revolutionary personality assessment tool, the RADIP Insight 6Q Profiler, which provides deep insights into an individual's personality traits and behavioral patterns. So, without wasting much time, request the team, please have Dr. Rishi Mishra sir on the spotlight, and he'll be speaking about the theme career health, where he'll be throwing some light on adapting to the new normal. By new normal, of course, we mean considerable post-COVID times, and what is the significance of workplace mental health well-being, the psychological first aid kit. So it's over to Rishi sir. Welcome to the session, sir.
Good afternoon, Dr. Pradev. Good afternoon, all of you. I hope my voice is audible, quite clear. Okay. So, since morning, we had a beautiful chance to interact with uh, great people, to interact with experts in their field. We talked about uh, very crucial domains: finance. We talked about sexual health. We talked about mental health. We talked about emotional health. So, अगर इसको एक अ, एक तरीके से देखें, सो दिस इज ऑल नॉलेज एंड दिस इज ऑल specified knowledge. This is all knowledge coming from the experts. We are now flooded with knowledge, and here lies the relevance of the topic which I'm going to discuss today is knowledge about careers. You may call it in a very deeper connotation as career health. Now, when we are talking about health in terms of everything, then health in terms of career is very much important. There is an American proverb which says, dress for the job you want, not for the job you do. Literally, इसका मतलब ये है कि जो आप काम कर रहे हो उसके अकॉर्डिंगली अपना माइंडसेट मत बनाओ, अपना माइंडसेट अपने पैशन के अकॉर्डिंगली बनाओ, then you will get the right career. Now, when I talk about career, I cannot keep myself away from the current scenario, from the current context. Specifically, when we talk about the dual modes, the hybrid mode. Nowadays, we are talking about hybrid in everything. Hybrid जो term है वो शुरू हुआ था hybrid crop से, so that कि मेरे को जो हेल्थ न्यूट्रिशन मिल रही है वो क्रॉप्स के अंदर कीड़ा भी ना लगे, प्लस साथ ही साथ उसका पोषक तत्व मुझे मिल जाए. सो आई गेट दोज हेल्दी, आई क्रॉस ब्रीड दोज हेल्दी वैरायटीज एंड आई गेट द बेस्ट थिंग. सो हाइब्रिड मोड की जो शुरुआत हुई, का जो जन्म हुआ, वो हुआ कोविड के आने से, और उसके बाद अभी भी उसका एग्जिस्टेंस है. और उसके बाद लोगों ने रियलाइज किया कि हम सब एक प्रॉब्लम के साथ जो फंसे हुए थे, एंड बाय दिस टाइम वी ऑल वर थिंकिंग दैट दिस इज रियली नॉर्मल, वन करियर ट्रैप. So one career trap means my whole and soul commitment to my one job, my whole and soul commitment to my one career, and my whole and soul commitment to one thing in life, right? You can have it, and it is must in terms of relationships. But when I shift this kind of thought process into my career, then what happens is I keep on pouring my energies. I keep on draining my emotional energies, my mental energies, my attitudinal energies into one career or one track job. What happens is in this process, what I lose, everyone knows that they gain stability. I'll come back to this point of stability also, because this stability factor is making all of us unstable. I'll tell you about that also. So now when I say that if I'm draining more of my energies into one particular career, and now after the aftermath of COVID, I have this thing called as hybrid, then what next from now onwards? So next thing is uh, using the help of this hybrid mode, I can definitely, we all can definitely come out of that one career trap. Like in the morning itself, we listen to Sandeep ji about the emotional intelligence component. Into emotional intelligence component will be very helpful. And this is the only thing which will help you out in coming out of this one career trap. ये one career trap चीज क्या है? One career trap means कि अगर मैंने एक डिग्री हासिल की है, बड़ी मेहनत से हासिल की है मैंने डिग्री, बहुत मेहनत की है उसमें, और फिर उसके बाद इन्वेस्टमेंट भी किया है उसके अंदर, टाइम मनी सबका इन्वेस्टमेंट किया है, उसके बाद मुझे एक डिग्री मिल गई, देन मैं पूरी जिंदगी लगा देता हूँ ये सोचने में कि उस डिग्री से मैं कैसे काम निकालूंगा, ये जानते हुए भी कि हर फील्ड का एक टाइम होता है, हर मार्केट में जैसे हर स्टॉक का एक टाइम होता है, हर फील्ड का भी एक टाइम होता है। एक टाइम था व्हेन सिविल इंजीनियर्स वर बूमिंग, तो ज्यादातर इंजीनियर वो सिविल इंजीनियर बन रहे थे क्योंकि कंस्ट्रक्शन फेज वर गोइंग ऑन, बहुत सारे कंस्ट्रक्शन चल रहे थे देश में, दुनिया से बाहर, देश से बाहर भी, बाकी सारी दुनिया में। सो सिविल इंजीनियर्स वन इन डिमांड, कंस्ट्रक्शन बहुत हो गए, एंड देन कंस्ट्रक्शन प्रोसेस इजी हो गया, मशीन्स ने टेक ओवर कर लिया, देन सिविल इंजीनियरिंग का जो फील्ड है दैट बिकेम लेस इन डिमांड। सो सिविल इंजीनियरिंग जो करके आए उनके लिए क्या ऑप्शन रह गया था, टू शिफ्ट टू सम अदर स्किल दैट इज कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग। और कंप्यूटर इंजीनियरिंग शुरू में डिमांड स्लो थी, उसके बाद एकदम आगे बढ़ी, और उसके बाद सिस्टम फिर ऐसा हो गया कि नाउ द डिमांड इज कंप्यूटर इज अ सेकंड लैंग्वेज, you may or may not be efficient in your own mother tongue, but you have to be efficient in computer language, in one of the computer skills, because this is the ultimate mode of communication we have now. When we have this mode of communication, so this means that our ability, as Dr. Toshendra also discussed, what is your ability, what is your resilience level? Most important thing in terms of resilience is your ability to accept the changes, to shift in this environment. And career trap also highlights this important factor. If you're able to accept yourself into different domains, into different fields, into multiple tasking, then things are easy for you. Even when we heard about the financial planning from financial experts, what they are saying is, अगर आप अपना पैसा सिर्फ बैंक में जमा कर रहे हो, या एक सिर्फ एक किसी म्यूचुअल फंड में या किसी पर्टिकुलर चीज में आप जमा कर रहे हो, आपकी जो प्रोपेंसिटी टू ग्रो है, आपकी जो इनकम, आपकी जो रेवेन्यू सोर्स का जो पोटेंशियल है ग्रो होने का, दैट इज अगेन लिमिटेड। वो लिमिटेड क्यों है? बिकॉज अगेन योर थॉट प्रोसेस इज स्टेबिलिटी। नाउ आई कम टू माय नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, स्टेबिलिटी। Stability, I've written a book. It's yet to come in the final form. And the title of the book is Truth is What You Create. सच्चाई वो है जो आप बनाते हैं, सच्चाई वो नहीं है जो आप देखते हैं या समझते हैं या जानते हैं या सोचते हैं. Truth is actually what I am creating, you are creating, we all are creating. So we are constructing our truth. Similarly, when we talk about career, if you can utilize this online modality, like some of you might be expert in one particular thing, even in terms of counseling, even in terms of giving a therapeutic help to people. Now, what I'm focusing is I'm helping people to become specialist in a particular field. Yesterday itself, I was having a counseling session with someone in the States. The issue was the issue of loneliness, right? Similarly, when you interact with someone, you will see that they also have some particular issue. When we are micro specializing in each and everything, now is the time that we micro specialize as a caregiver or a guidance or a coach in that particular area. So by this process, what we are doing is we are expanding our career horizons. And second thing is we are coming close to our passion. So now in this panel itself, what we see is people with different background, and they are again uh, coming close to their passion, and in that passion they are helping people also. So this is the beginning of the multiple career options, which the COVID period has brought up. So if at this point of time, if you don't utilize it, then maybe there may be a time that we may be too late to enter into that field. Next important thing is that there is one thing called as habitude. Habitude. Habit plus attitude. Now, if we have a fixed habit, this leads to a fixed attitude. Now, if we have a habit to learn, then we will have this habit or to change our attitudes also. Same thing as we talk about in terms of resilience. Now, next important thing, when we talk about career, the point is, are we taking it seriously or are we taking it too seriously or we are not considering it at all? This is the viewpoint which is important in framing a career. Careers की या प्रोफेशंस की जब भी हम बात करते हैं तो उसको दो चीजों से लिंक करते हैं हमेशा. एक होता है इमोशनल अटैचमेंट विद दैट करियर, एक होता है फाइनेंशियल अटैचमेंट विद दैट करियर कि फाइनेंशियल आउटपुट वो करियर कितना दे रहा है, और दूसरा होता है इमोशनल आउटपुट, इमोशनल रिलैक्सेशन वो कितना दे रहा है. एग्जाम्पल के तौर पे एक म्यूजिशियन है, बहुत अच्छा गाते हैं एंड ही इज वेल नोन. सो जब वो परफॉर्म करते हैं तो क्या होता है, ही इज कमिंग क्लोज टू हिज पैशन प्लस ही हैज हिज ब्यूटीफुल करियर आल्सो इन फ्रंट ऑफ. बट इस पूरे प्रोसेस को लेने में जो भी उनकी एनर्जी इन्वॉल्व हुई, और हम मैं और आप हम सब समझते हैं कि वो एनर्जी का मेन मतलब क्या है, योर रेजिलियंस लेवल, योर पेशेंस लेवल, योर एबिलिटी टू कम ओवर दैट फ्रस्ट्रेशन. ये जो एबिलिटी है ये तब स्ट्रांग हो जाती है जब आप अपने पैशन की तरफ जाते हैं. क्योंकि अगर आपने कोई डिग्री ली है उसके बेसिस, वो डिग्री आपने एक्चुअली इसलिए ली है क्योंकि जब आपने वो डिग्री ली थी then the market value of that degree was very high, or this was a kind of win-win situation when you got that degree. और कई बार ये होता है कि वो पैशन होता है आपका. सो अगर ये तीनों एलिमेंट कंबाइंड है तो इट्स वेल एंड गुड, बट अगर ये तीनों एलिमेंट कंबाइंड नहीं है then what I would say is you should move towards your passion, because उस करियर में जो आप उस डिग्री की वजह से आगे ले रहे हैं, उस करियर के अंदर सबसे बड़े challenges किसी भी career में आते हैं, the level of competition, the problem when you face when you go the uphill task, right? So habit and attitude are important. Second important thing is we need to dress for the job you want, not for the job you do. Job you do may be the job which you were pursuing because of the situation and the scenario and the degrees which you have taken up. But when you make a target, and that target cannot be given by someone else, any psychologist or any coach or any mentor cannot give you a target. They can help you to create a target, they can help you to come closer to the target, they can help you visualize the target. That is why uh, in all the important streams, you talk about health, you talk about physical health, you talk about emotional health, you talk about sexual health, you need people to guide you on that aspect. So when you find the right mentor, your task is to become a good follower, because career के फील्ड में भी ये चीज हमेशा फॉलो होती है. If you are a good follower, you will become a good leader, because when you follow someone, you try to find out the deeper details, the deeper nuances, then only you become a leader. And becoming a leader means gaining that capacity to help people around you to fulfill their dreams. Now, in this whole process, how you are taking your career as, if you're taking it too seriously, then I'll say you need to recheck. Because when I talk about a career and when I take it too seriously, then maybe I am losing out creativity in that career. Nowadays, in whatever career you enter, whatever career you start, to build up your education, knowledge, influence, what is required is your ability to express, your ability to connect with the customers. Now here I'm using the term customers. मैं customer का term क्यों use करता हूँ? For some academician it may sound too weird कि because in psychology हम लोग कहते हैं clients को, our clients. We don't call them as cases. Though they may come for counseling, we don't call them as cases because nomenclature is important. So customer means even when you are doing a job, you have to keep it this in mind. Even when you are doing a job, your company, your organization is your customer. Be it a government organization, be it a private organization, they are your customers. Let me clarify you this thing. When you are giving us services to any person, you have to establish the fact that you have done your input. You can use your emotional intelligence. You can use your connectivity intelligence. You can use your networking intelligence to do that. Now, these are some important terms. When I talk about networking intelligence, you may have that ability, you may have that knowledge, you may have that skill, but if your network intelligence is not good, you may not be able to spread the knowledge across people that you are expert in that domain. Even if in your job, if you don't establish the growth pattern, though, if you don't establish the result pattern, if you don't establish the structure which your employee can see and look and feel good about it, then uh, you may be struggling in that job. In the sense, you may be struggling with the politics over there in the job. John Locke, a great political thinker, he has said very important point. You may or may not be interested in politics, but politics is interested in you. आप भले पॉलिटिक्स में रुचि ना रखें, पर पॉलिटिक्स आपके अंदर रुचि भरपूर रखती है, प्रचुर मात्रा में रखती है. इसका मतलब ये है कि जब आप सब सिस्टम सिनेरियो कॉम्प्लेक्सिटीज के साथ घिरे हुए हैं, देन सबसे सिंपल आपके पास क्या है? टू कीप योरसेल्फ इन फोकस. There is a book, the title is Sell or You Will Be Sold. इसका सिंपल मतलब ये है कि putting yourself, marketing your skills across people is most important thing, even when you start getting into the process. Because when you understand that we are a population, we are a huge population, and जो population आपके लिए ट्रबल बन रही है, जो population आपके लिए competition बन रही है, if you create that task in which that population will help you grow, then you are growing not in one or two or three number, you're growing in thousands. So इस population के अंदर अपनी एक set of demands हैं, अपने एक set of information है, अपना एक set of knowledge है, अपना एक set of criteria है. But what is the truth you are giving? There are always followers of that particular ideology. So even in business, even in job, we all are run by ideologies. Philosophy always plays its role. So अगर आपने अभी तक अपनी एक philosophy नहीं बनाई है, then there is always time that you can create one philosophy. And when you create one philosophy, then what happens is, then many of the problems in your life get sorted out. Because अगर वो आपकी philosophy के साथ fit नहीं हो रहा है, and you are like quite adamant on helping people, or putting your philosophy on the people, then you have a problem. Similarly, in terms of careers, when you are into a career, either you get into the details of that career कि इसके end limit क्या है. आजकल आप बच्चों से interact करोगे, then they ask you those questions, those important questions. What next after this? How can I see myself 10 years down the line? So ये question हम सभी को पूछना चाहिए. And sometimes we become a prey of this thing called as non-delay in gratification. अगर मैंने यहाँ कुछ काम किया है, थोड़ी मेहनत की है, then I want the results quickly. This is a problem which we need to take ourselves out of it. So consistency in your passion, consistency in your attitude, and that too positive attitude. और वो खाली एक प्रोसेस से नहीं आएगा, जो प्रोसेस हमने अभी सुबह से डिस्कस किए थे, द प्रोसेस अबाउट योर इमोशनल हेल्थ, योर रेजिलियंस, your ability to connect with people. Like when we connected with doctors who are financial experts, doctors who are like professional coaches. So we have live examples in front of us. People who have invested so much time and energy and effort in getting a degree, and simultaneously developing that ability to come out of that trap and using that trap in helping everyone around you. So when we have these live examples, when we connect with these people, then we feel that we are not alone in this process. Because whenever we try to expand our horizon, like someone who is working as a chartered accountant, also that person is a health coach. Someone who is working as a doctor, also this person is a finance coach. So have these people faced any problems? Yes, definitely they have. But this is the thought process, that is the ideology. This is the way they could handle the problems, which help them to come out of this trap. So whenever I talk about the career, health career options, the only thing is आपकी commitment towards your own self, rather than just towing the line in that career. Because career comes next, your health, your mindset, your mental health comes first, which is unfortunately ignored in most of the places. But luckily, with the influx of internet and the knowledge era, what we are having is we are having more connection with like-minded people around us. We are at least listening to the right thing. We are not only dependent on what is being fed in the media. Now we have this ability to choose what resonates with us. अगर मेरी एक आइडियोलॉजी है और मैं कहीं जा रहा हूँ और मेरी आइडियोलॉजी मैच हो रही है, then उस resonance के बाद I'm getting more energy, and that energy is not physical. That energy is not which is visible. That energy is the subconscious energy. That is the energy of your consciousness. And when you add up more and more into that consciousness, then you gain that strength. And talking about career, choosing a career, taking up career is all about your mental strength, because you know better where you are emotionally stable, where you are emotionally fine, where you are emotionally okay. Like I started with the teaching career, and then slowly I shifted to the career of counseling. It was not because that I don't love teaching. It was only in the process that somewhere down the line मुझे ये realize हुआ कि maybe I'm doing armchair theorizing, क्योंकि मुझे वो पुराने वाक्य याद आ गए जब लोग कहते थे कि those who cannot anything they teach. सो कहीं मैं उस डोमेन में नहीं फंस रहा हूँ, इसलिए मैंने क्या किया, आई ट्राई टू एक्सपैंड माय होराइजन. आई एम स्टिल इनटू टीचिंग, not on a regular pattern. I'm teaching the school teachers and principals at Navodaya Vidyalaya. I'm teaching the students for their psychology and net preparations. Apart from that, I'm doing counseling. I'm doing behavioral as well as career counseling. So when you see that, when you start coming close to your profession, to your passion, your profession also uh, keeps on improving, and it helps you in getting out of that trap and getting more frustrated if you only stick to one place at that moment of time. So without taking much time, I will again like to thank Dr. Padyam, Dr. Tushin Dwivedi, and our esteemed speakers who enlighten us on all important areas, whether we may take it as a taboo, whether we may take it like not necessary, but these all important areas affect our life in some way or the other. That is why little knowledge about them is very much important.
Thank you so much, Rishi sir, for. Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Thank you so much, Rishi sir, for enlightening us about adapting to the new normal. And as you rightly pointed out, it was primarily an extension of what Dr. Siddharth Rathod pointed out. You can simply not afford to have a single stream of income. Likewise, you can simply not afford to have just one career just because you have a degree in accordance with that. So it was rightly and beautifully pointed out by you. With you being an expert in the domain, there was no better choice and option for us to have as a speaker speak on this. And it was really inspiring listening from you, sir. I hope our audience is equally excited to, if not yet, just go out there and look to build a second stream of, I would say, profession, vocation, passion, whatever they'd like to have it. So it was fantastic to hear from you, Rishi sir. Thank you so very much. In case there are any questions, I'll, of course, just like other speakers, Rishi sir's bio and his prime social media accounts will also be shared with you. So you can reach out to him, connect with him, and see if you need any help from Rishi sir. With this being said, on behalf of all of us here uh, as organizers, thank you so much, Rishi sir.
You're welcome, and thank you all for joining.